everybody, I am in my super comfy red robe. It feels like a giant pillow wrapped around my body. So I hope that you guys are really comfy right now too. If you're not, you should pause this and go put on something very comfy and then send me a picture of it on Google Classroom. Anyway, we are wrapping up figurative language, so we have 2 sheets that I want you to do today. And you might want to use the rest of your packet to help you remember what the other figurative languages were that we talked about. So the first page that I want you to do today is page 30. It says, figurative language practice. Create a sentence about a tree for each type of figurative language. So you have to make a simile about a tree, a metaphor about a tree, a hyperbole about a tree, personification about a tree, and alliteration about a tree. B says create a sentence about a cat for each type of figurative language. You need to make a simile about a cat, an idiom about a cat, a hyperbole about a cat, onomatopoeia about a cat, and alliteration about a cat. Then it says, letter C, create a sentence about a clock for each type of figurative language. You need a simile, a metaphor, personification, onomatopoeia, and alliteration. Letter D says create a sentence about yourself for each type of figurative language. You need a simile, a metaphor, a hyperbole, onomatopoeia, and alliteration. If you don't remember what those are, that's fine. Go back, go look at what they are. Similes, compare things using the words like or as. Metaphors, compare things, but they don't use the words like or as. Hyperboles are very exaggerated statements that make a point. Personification is making something human that's not human. Alliteration is when words close together start with the same sound. Onomatopoeia is when a word sounds like what it does, like bang or buzz. And idioms are phrases that people say all the time that don't actually mean what they say. Okay, that's a quick recap for you. But if you need help, please go back and look at what you did earlier in the packet. I also want you to do page 31. It's a figurative language challenge. It says, how many can you do? Write an idiom that is also a metaphor. Write a simile that contains an onomatopoeia. Write a sentence that contains personification and simile. Write an alliterative sentence that includes at least one onomatopoeia. Write a simile that also contains a hyperbole. Write a sentence about an animal that contains both alliteration and hyperbole. And then it says to illustrate 2 of your favorite sentences. Those are all very challenging. I would maybe try and do the first one. So the first one says write an idiom. So think of an idiom, and then after you have an idiom, see what you could change to make it a metaphor. That's what I would do. Or for number 2, write a simile that contains onomatopoeia. I would think of a simile first, and then I would figure out how to put onomatopoeia in the simile. Number 3, write a sentence that has personification and simile. So think of something that has personification and then try and add a simile. Rue says hi. She's going crazy. Look at her. She's lost her mind. She's lost it. She's done with figurative language. But it's okay. We only have a few more days left. Hey, no. She's nuts, guys. Okay. So, anyway, page 30 and 31 in your figurative language packet. I don't have a poem for you today because it's a review. Maybe I'll have a silly one for you tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. But I do want you to write a friendly letter to someone, anyone. Maybe you could write it to me, and then you could read it to me because we're supposed to have phone conversations next week, and that would be so sweet. So I'm going to give you the friendly letter plan sheet. I'm going to give you pages 30 and 31, and I am very excited to see what you guys come up with. Okay? Talk to you later. Bye.